I think I hear a bird coming. I'm gonna struggle with audio in this masterclass today because this place is open and echoey. So I'm gonna do the best I can, you guys, which may not be very good. Not an audio person, just a bird trainer. Anyways, I could have sworn I heard Widgie Widge, little Widget, the Caique that I worked with forever ago. Wasn't that long ago, I guess. I could have sworn I heard her. Maybe I'm just hoping to hear her, but I feel like I heard her. Unless it's just doors and alarms squeaking that sound like bird stuff, because that happens too. That was a gray? Darn it, I thought it was Widget.
No, it was the gray and me.
Oh.
How are you guys?
What's up?
We were hoping you would come.
Widgie! We were whistling. Yeah. Jason hasn't helped you with your whistle at all.
Either him
Me either. That's why it sounds like this.
Yeah, when I was writing yes, I was like, which widget are you gonna bring? I was gonna sneak it into every conversation. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. I just ran for a bit. And, well, awesome. Welcome, guys. As you can tell by the acoustics in here, it's going to be a little bit difficult if people are talking over each other. So that'll be the first thing. Just, you know, try to be mindful of that so that we can capture the best audio for everybody as well as give you the most benefit that we can. I have notes from you guys, so I'll just kind of confirm here. We got Widget. So excited. Jason, can you confirm the diet with Widget again? I know you put it in there, but you're doing seasonal and...
Seasonal and pellets, but mostly seasonal, and then training seeds.
Okay, and then is it our pellets?
Half yours, half Harrison's.
Okay, and how come you're doing half and half before Jamie kills you?
There's the look.
What did I say?
I have a theory you have a 50-pound bag and you can it up. That's my theory.
Widgie, what'd you let him do, Widge?
And then I just have a dribble better interactions. What do you mean by that?
So the kids go bonkers over this widget, but I'm trying my hardest to make sure that they're good interactions.
Okay, what does that good interaction ideally look like for you?
Haley struggles with soft petting.
Okay.
It's a 1.5 year. What do you expect, right? She does really good taking it, and I'm watching, and okay, we're done. But I would like to make sure that if I'm not directly there, obviously Haley's going to get older and better, but if I'm not right here, I don't want to have any, as close to any chance as possible that something goes wrong.
Okay, and by something going wrong, you mean just that she gets bitten or...
Bit, freaked out, and you know, it might not be a bite, but something could freak her out.
Okay.
Well, I think the interaction that he's referring to in another translation is that I think we don't want to have a bad experience from the kids to the bird, so the bird's not scared and digressing from progress. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
The emotional connection. To
It goes
humans
both
in general.
ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, both ways.
Like with the child, I mean, I can get that worked out. Like you just
We can work with her
but-
and all that, but when the child does make a mistake, the bird doesn't freak out. I know our other birds could freak out.
Yeah, okay.
White,
The white one. Jamie's favorite.
Cockatoo.
You've seen some of what we've done with Capri over the years, and I think we'll hint to it, then we'll circle back to kind of go into some direction and ideas and brainstorming. But with Capri, you know, we really taught her every interaction as a training session, and so we wanted to make sure that when they had interactions, it was focused and intentional, and it was never anything that could potentially go wrong. All those variables were eliminated because of the types of interactions we allowed. And it could be as simple as allowing her to hold some of our birds for a short amount of time until we saw the bird's body language, and then we would intervene. But we gave really specific things for Capri. It was like, hey, we want you to hold your hand steady. Okay, don't pet. And then as she got a little bit older, then it was like, okay, Bondi likes being pet like this. Here's how you know when to stop. And Capri is continuing to learn the hard way when she misses the signs of like, oh, Bondi was telling me she didn't want to be pet anymore, and she'll get bitten. But she understands, like, because every interaction is a training session, she's always understood, like, oh, it's my fault, I didn't see it right, and she asks for help. So as your kids get older, that dynamic will change, but we'll give you some hints, I think, and tips of, like, what types of interactions you can do that are going to be beneficial for Widgie Widge, as well as your kids.
Just see like a basic interaction?
Why don't you lead with Widget, and I'll film since you are more familiar with her.
Well, yeah, why don't you guys just show us like what a basic interaction looks like?
You start the flight.
Widget.
Oh, she's under pressure. She's normally like right over there.
Normally I can't keep her on the perch, so.
That was a huge treat
Yes, that one was.
for a hesitating behavior.
See, Jamie's calling me out. I like this. I love it.
We also offer marriage counseling.
See, that's a side gig, right?
It's actually what you're involved in right here. You just don't know it yet.
Love it. So then you want us to like we
Yeah, just
normally
show us some
do
basic
it.
interactions and if you feel like there's any
So I just hold her at home and see if she wants a head scratch, but I don't think she's like that. She's not. Usually she'll like flip her head down. I don't know.
So-
You know what I'm talking about, right?
So
Yeah.
beak touches are also going to trigger hormones in the future.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Yep.
I was
So-
like aiming for the top of the head is where I'm aiming, and then like,
You're just so distracting.
yeah, see, she's like, hi everybody. We've got a lot of time being with her. I know that's bad excuse, but there's our life is full.
Widget. Good job.
And he's like, I didn't get
Widget.
from you back, or I don't know.
Come down here.
Some basic
You said you were working on spin.
Yeah, I want to warm her up to target it.
Did you teach her Spanish, Jamie?
I feel like we would have, but
Yeah, I do.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because we didn't
I
really
just-
have a lot of options, so she couldn't fly. She would do like these tiny little flights.
I do that because Jazz does that. So it's.
She does it quick, yeah, Jess.
Yeah. Turn around. See, I scared her there.
Yeah, that was too much stimulation.
Can I work with her for a sec?
Yes.
So what you did was good. You were shortening up the stick a little bit. Okay. Notice the way I didn't finish by having her touch. We didn't need that. Like
Okay.
she did the trick we wanted. So I'm clicking. You're not able to see my feet on the camera, but I'm clicking. If we started here, she does this, and I'm clicking when I get that.
Okay.
Right, because that concludes the behavior I want. I'm not clicking here. I'm clicking when she gets that second foot fully rotated around.
Oh, okay.
So it has
Yeah,
nothing
that
to
makes
do with
sense.
her touching the stick. It has to do with her
The
body.
stick is just kind of like that bribe.
It's a tool.
Sort of, okay.
It's directing her where you want her to go. And so now this time I'm going to shorten the stick again. And this time my finger's pointing down. Notice I click the moment that her toe or her foot turned around. This time shortening the stick even more. You were very aware, you're like, oh, I scared her. That's because you went way too far, too fast. So there's a saying I always tell a free flight student, when we experience failure, we push too far, too fast, go back to what was last working well and slowly rebuild it from there. So we went back to what was working well, and I'm just rebuilding from there. Okay, so too far, too fast, so I give a little more length to the stick. And click.
So that was part of that. Her not responding to you was too much stick going on. Okay.
So I'm going to push
Because I
this.
was wondering what was different. Because I was like, something changed there.
Every rep, he's trying
Yeah.
to get closer and closer to the end goal.
Which is that?
So here she's like, where's the stick, dude? Okay, so that's too far, too fast. Let's go back to where it was last working well. I'm going to try to cheat it a little shorter. Running out of steam from that jackpot you got for no reason? Good. Let me see, do you have more of the
I
pine
love
nuts?
you, Jason. That's why we make fun of you.
The harder we are on you, the higher our expectations of you.
All right, so I'm gonna let her just see how little the stick is showing. She saw it. She engaged. You saw the moment she engaged with it.
Yep.
There. And flash it only if needed. See it?
Can you show it and then hide it again under your finger? Is that
That's what I'm
kind of
trying to do. Yeah. So you saw how I extended. You can't see it. And then from there you start to phase out completely.
Okay.
We're starting to lose her, so I don't want to push too far. You can see the hesitation, and going back to the example with Blue, I was pushing. Computers so distracting. Lost my train of thought. I'm pushing what she mentally was ready for, and so I didn't want to burn her out.
Yeah.
So something that I saw you do, and I heard you ask, is something we get a lot, and that was when Widget was on the perch right here, you were like, yeah, but I can't get her to stay there, okay? And then right after that, you walked back to the flight distance you knew she could make, and the moment she flew, on her choosing, you called her, and then you clicked, and then you said, I'm gonna give you a jackpot, and you put her back. So if we broke down just that one session, what happened is you highlighted the complaint, and then you totally reinforced it, and not only that, you jackpotted it. So you're going to get more of that behavior.
I have a question. So one time she flew to him and he kissed her on the head. Was that a positive reinforcement as well? Like I don't know how the bird sees it, but.
So that's the key. How does the bird see it in that moment? So in that case, when you're saying, is a kiss on the head a positive reinforcement? Yes and no, right? So with JINX, I can tell you with 100% guaranteed, JINX 100% loves being pet on the head. I can also tell you with 100% that JINX, our blue-throated macaw, hates being pet on the head. So both statements are true, but if I acted on the fact that he only ever hates it or he only ever loves it, I'm going to be making a lot of accidental reinforcements and accidental punishments. So did you notice when I tried to kiss Widget, it was not received positively, right?
There was an avoidance factor.
There was definitely avoidance.
Yeah.
And so in that case, it was positive punishment. I was decreasing the likelihood that she wanted to fly to me because she did not want my face coming near her, right? And so I'm like you. I really like to show the affection to the animals by snuggling with them and kissing them, and that's not always the case. A way you can make it more likely to be consistently positive reinforcement is pair kissing on the head with giving the treat. So the touch of the head, something touching the head, your lips, and the exact moment the bird gets the treat, those can be paired together and eventually give the same response by kissing the head that they get from consuming a treat. You kind of rewire their...
It's also safe because it's an incompatible behavior, so they can't receive the treat into their mouth and bite your face at the same time.
That's true.
Yeah. So with JINX, what made the difference between he loves being pet and he hates being pet? Well, he loves being pet when it's just me. If I try to pet him when he's with Jamie, he hates it and he'll try to kill me.
Yeah.
If Jamie could pet him all the time, unless somebody shows up when we toured with the circus and people show up with these big wind-up lights, like, can I get a picture with your bird? There's no way in heck he was going to allow being pet. In that moment, he would hate it. So let's start with a warm-up and get a... so have her fly to you, get a click, and then if you have to lure her back to the perch to give her a treat, so don't click yet, but go ahead and send her back to the perch, and then you would give her a treat there. That was a
Even.
Well, that's what we'll do in the next round.
Okay.
So go ahead, she's ready for you. And let's come a little closer. Press click, and then have her get the treat over here. We're going back. Good.
Missed a click.
So in this case, sharing those behaviors, we're going to use FR2.
So she'll do it twice.
So she will fly to you, click. She will fly back or step back to her, second click, and the treat comes from Sarah in this case.
Oh, Sarah's doing treats.
I'm feeding here, okay?
Okay.
Widget, step a little closer.
Yeah. Our goal here is just to go back and forth on the distance, right?
Yeah. We're going to end on this repetition. Good. Back to the perch.
I would just set her down. Set her. You're gonna. No.
Good. We're starting to lose retention. That just has to do with location.
Yeah.
The treat values diminished. because of Harrison's. It's like, what happened?
There went away. Did really seem so interested in me.
And you can treat her on you for this.
Yay, Widgie!
Then she can hang out with you a little bit. Another super common mistake, super common in free flight or indoor flight is that they're like, yeah, come on. They get the reward, or excuse me, they get the flight, and then they give the treat and they immediately throw the bird back in the perch. Well, the bird chose to come to you because there's some reinforcement from you plus the treat. So if you immediately reset the bird, you're going to lose the likelihood, and let me rephrase, if you reset the bird without giving a treat on the perch, you are going to lose some of the progress that you just made. Whereas if you get that flight and the bird wants to be with you, allow the bird to be with you a little longer. Ideally, she starts to learn, she flies to you for the click, and she goes back to the perch for the second click of the treat. All right, we can put her away with the treat.
Why? She's so cute.
Show off.
Here, Jamie wants to see you.
I don't know you. I just love you. I just miss you so much. Look at your cheeks.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Sarah Byers.
We brought Widget. We came to the master class because I got a text from Dave with. No, I'm just kidding.
She got a text from Jamie because she found out you gave a crappy diet.
Oh, man. Tell him, Widge.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Sarah.
We brought Widget to the master class in Caldwell, Idaho. We came to learn better techniques for introducing Widget or interacting Widget with our kids. I learned that my diet sucks and Jamie's gonna...
Widget's diet sucks. And we need to refine that to help with positive reinforcement.
Yes, and then we learned some techniques for interactions between the kids and Widget.